I'm Carly Myers, joined by Becky and Maya of the Pack AD. Welcome to your first Sofa Beach session.
Thanks.
Thank you for having us at our first Sofa Beach session.
We're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the massive album Unpersons, and we're doing it with a very cool vinyl reissue. It's a haunted glow-in-the-dark vinyl with a foil cover. So it comes out February 4th, and you can pre-order it now. And I figured since some of our viewers might be new to the Pack AD, we would go back even past the 10 years, like to when you guys met. Tell me about the making of the band.
Oh, that goes back a long time. Yeah, we started in, what was it, 2007?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just a group of friends. There was 4 of us, and then at some point we just wasn't really working that well. We just split off as a 2-piece, and then we got a random show at a friend's barbecue, and then we just were like, hey, let's just be a band and keep doing this. And then we recorded an album, and the rest is history.
Is that how you would describe it too, Maya?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I would describe it. I mean, everything was very just like, oh, okay, now we're a band. Okay, now we're playing shows. Okay, now we're on a label and we're recording. It was like literally that fast and sort of, okay. So, and then, but then we dedicated a lot of time to it, obviously, because we're still here.
Yeah. I remember, oh God, it's so many years ago, listening to the Pack AD for the first time. I was working at an alt station and we're sitting in the room, and then you read the bio and it's like, oh, this is just 2 people. And I know you got that a lot. And with it came the comparisons to the Black Keys and the White Stripes. How did those comparisons make you feel like at the time?
Okay, for me at the time, I was like, no, don't compare us. And then I realized, actually, you know what, go ahead and compare us, because then you discover us because you like those other bands. So, but back then I was, and especially because, it wasn't too long before Black Keys essentially became like a 4, 5, 6-piece band when they would go on tour. So the thought of them being, I can't even view them as a duo any longer for that reason. So yeah, that was my take on it. I don't know about you, Becky.
The interesting thing at the time, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs was a 3-piece, but technically a 2-piece. It was only guitar and drums, and there was never any comparison to that, which was interesting to me, because I guess because 3 people, suddenly it's not the same thing anymore, but it kind of instrumentally it's the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
Funny how people sort of categorize these things.
Yeah. When you go back to the making of Unpersons, like, tell me about that process. And was there a moment where you guys were like, holy shit, like we've got a big record here?
Yeah, for me, I thought that we had something big when we came up with Sirens. Sirens was, it was the song that when we were trying to come up with other songs and we felt stuck, we would just play it for fun because it felt positive to play, and like we were getting somewhere. So
it revved you up.
Yeah, it really had that feeling that it was something. I just remember, especially adding the hoo-hoos and the sha and all that, and I just remember that being like, being
that's
really,
a big
like,
sha.
It's a big sha.
Yeah. What about for you, Becky?
Well, I was just thinking, like, when we were writing all those songs, like our previous albums, we'd all written them in all these really crummy, like moldy, ceiling falling in, just posters everywhere, drug dealing happening, like these band spaces that were not very nice. And then we ended up getting kicked out. I think it was a fire hazard or something. The building got shut down, so we ended up moving to this other place that was just like a clean office space, and we wrote the album there, and it felt like a totally different, like, weird environment, but it was almost like a blank slate. So I don't know, I was just thinking about that.
Well, let's talk about Sirens, this song. For people who are hearing it for the first time, tell them about Sirens and what it means to you.
That song was, the lyrics for that song, I always try to be mysterious about it. So I'm gonna keep with the mystery what the song is about, because I think that's more entertaining. And if anyone wants to do a deep dive on us, they can find out what the song is about. But I don't know, that song always I don't know, it's always been the funnest song that we've ever played, honestly. I always look forward to it. I don't think it's ever going to be dropped off our set.
Have we ever played a set without Sirens? I don't think so.
No, I don't think since it was ever invented.
All right, well, this one's gonna be no different. It's the Pack AD and Sirens on a Sofa Beach session. The Pack AD with Sirens on another Sofa Beach session. I'm joined by Maya and Becky. Thank you so much for being here. On to Haunt You. Let's talk about Haunt You. Maya.
Okay, Haunt You. So this, I will tell you exactly what this is about. This song is completely about being a family in a horror movie and making all the wrong choices, as you do in horror movies. Basically, the song is kind of told from the perspective of the ghost that's haunting this family. So they can't get away from it no matter what they do.
Well, they can, but they never do. That's the thing. They never leave the haunted house. They're like, we can make it work. We can figure this out. Or somebody, the dad doesn't believe it. He's like, nah, the furniture's not moving. You're crazy.
No, the only answer is you bring in someone to exercise it or talk to them, because you really want to keep the property. Yeah, and you think that, it will still retain its value if they have a poltergeist. It's fine. You just ask the poltergeist to leave.
Just a nicely. That's all you need. You don't need to move.
All right, it's Haunt You on a Sofa Beach session. It's the Pack AD.
He was
All right, ladies, you're very funny, and you hear that through
Oh.
the music, and you also like the stage presence is insane. And the Let's Motivate tour hitting the Horseshoe Tavern here in Toronto on April 7th. How excited are you to put that big personality and that big sound back on the stage with this massive tour?
Uh, like,
It's been a while because the whole situation for the last 2 years has made it impossible. So I am excited.
yeah, I'm kind of tired of telling jokes to my dog. My dog barely cares about my jokes. I want to share my jokes with more people than my dog. And you, Becky. I want us to share our jokes with the world.
Yeah, all I get is just the memes you share with me these days.
So in the
Yeah.
meantime, are you just jamming just to, keep that spirit alive, the two of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played a show last fall, and there was finally some restrictions that were lifted, and we played a show. It felt really good, so I'm really excited to be able to get back and do it.
It was so great because everyone was dancing, and because you could stay in your seat, so people were like,
Oh, yeah, the cheer dance.
you couldn't actually dance, and just like raising the roof,
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
all things go to plan, and you have to just hope. We were talking about this earlier. You have to just hope that they will. We're excited to see you here in Toronto, and we've got this awesome prize pack to give away. Now, I saw on Instagram you're bringing back some of the old T-shirt designs.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
cool. So not only do you get one of these sweet T-shirts, but you also get the vinyl reissue of Unpersons and a pin. And I love that. As somebody who still collects band pins, I'm so glad that you guys are still producing them. That's great.
Yeah, it's an oddly specific, very small thing. It's like T-shirt, album, and a pin. And
Hey man, got to give the pin the credit that it deserves. So I thought what
Totally.
we would do for this is maybe just have people comment underneath wherever you're watching this video, Instagram or Facebook, and maybe tell us what your favorite song is on Unpersons and why. And we'll do a draw. Does that sound good for you guys?
yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. And is there anything else you want to say to your fans in Toronto before you come to rock the Horseshoe?
We're excited to see you. We're
Yeah.
excited to be on tour again.
Just
All right.
come out. We're gonna party.
Get your tickets and pre-order your vinyl reissue of Unpersons. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.